Okay, now we're continuing on into the learning modules. As you see, when I click here, we have two learning modules. Learning module 1 you accessed last week, and every learning module should have the same format. It'll start out with an advanced organizer, helping you know if you're on track or not. It'll always have the due date up top, and then all the tasks that you need to complete. Then it will have on the left-hand side in the table of contents, you can click on the different items and access them to complete the learning module. Some things are readings, such as the first little link here, and some are quizzes, like the Learning Module 1 reading quiz. And some are assignments, like the city training activity, okay? And that is something that you would attach and upload as an assignment. And finally, we finish with another advanced organizer, but this one is a Word document. So a slightly different format, um, and still says the same things that it says in the beginning. Are you on track? Okay, so same organizer, but just in a Word document. Okay, and if you access Learning Module 2, you will see it had the same format as Learning Module 1. So I try to be as consistent as I can in terms of the formatting there. Okay. All right. So going back here to the learning modules, after the learning modules tab, because we'll have one posted each week, probably the latest by Sunday. Like I said, I'm going to try to post them early. Now that you're getting the hang of it, probably it'll be easier to work ahead. Besides the learning modules, there is a tab for activities and assignments. You don't have to go to this tab because these assignments can be accessed directly through the learning modules. The learning modules are really the one-stop shop. However, I will mention that if you want to go directly to the assignment itself, they're also under the assignments tab. So you've got the city training activity that's coming due, and then the assignment from the second module, which is a literature review scavenger hunt activity. And then there'll be more assignments that accumulate here as the learning modules open. Okay, so you'll see more and more assignments there as they become open. Underneath activities and assignments, we have research review wikis. And research review wikis, one is set for each person. And this is where weekly I'll ask you to do a posting. The first posting is posting your research topic. So if I go to the first one here and you click on Alexis Research Review Wiki, Alexis could title it, and then she could write some content and hit submit. And to give you, for instance, I set up a test one, so I'll go down to test, and let's say I want to say research topic. Research topic here, I can say my area of interest is algebraic thinking. And once I type something in there, I'll hit submit. And then it'll come up as a page here. And if you want to edit it, anybody can edit it, and you click Edit Wiki Content, and you can add something below it on the page. That's one way to do it. So I could actually click on here if I was another user and just add to it, and it would mention who's adding this, who that author was. I always tell people to put their name as well, because once you switch authors, the person's authorage will see how it says the authorage here. Once somebody else posts, this bottom author changes. So if you post something, always put your name with it because it only keeps the first author and the last author. The other way you can do something, and I suggest this when you are giving people feedback on their wikis, is you can hit comment, and in the comments, I'll show you, this is great. Once I add a comment, you'll know how many comments you have on your page because it'll put comments and it'll tell you the number of them. The other thing you can do is a lot of people like one running page, but some people like multiple pages on their wiki. So if you want to create for research topic a page and then a separate page for your next one in Learning Module 3, which will be your research purpose, if I hit that, then you can see I'll have two different pages and I can click on either one. See, my first sentence is still on the topic page, or on the purpose where I haven't written anything, but that gives you two different pages. So it depends on people's style. Some people just like to keep everything on one page. It does make it sometimes easier for your peers to tab through it when there's multiple pages. So you all just need to decide how you want to set up your wiki. So everybody will have a wiki, and most weeks you'll respond either to one or two peers and what they have posted on their wiki. And that usually starts around week 4 or 5 as we get into the content of posting our introductions. The next tab is discussion board. You should be familiar with this tab because the Learning Module 1 probably took you to that introduction forum. So you've already done that posting. And if I clicked on introduction forum, I could access everybody's introductions. So I have a ton of introductions there that I need to read and respond to, which I will do shortly. Below that, if you're looking for group members, you can post there. So if you want a group member or multiple group members, you can have up to 4 group members in each group. So no more than 4 total people, including yourself. If you want a group member or you're looking for a group member, post here kind of as like a classified section. A lot of you will have similar interests, and it's some people say, "Oh, I don't want to do this with other people. I want to do it by myself." Individual is fine because that has its own challenges. Up to 4 group members. Some people say, "Oh, wouldn't it be easier to do it in a group?" Sometimes it is. In an online environment, having 3 or 4 people has its own issues. So I let you decide how you will conquer the class in that respect. Here, this will be where you post your mini application research projects, your PowerPoints for feedback later on this semester. And then here, I'll ask you to post whose rough draft you're going to review. These will all be, oh, sorry, got it kind of loud there. These will all be posted as assignments. These last two, these will be posted as assignments in upcoming learning modules. This one group members wanted, this is only if you want group members, okay? Now going back up to the navigation, one I realized I skipped was course overview. The course overview really has basic information. This is a Word document giving you an overview of the course, just basic, you know, what the semester looks like in terms of each learning module. Here it has some helpful information on each major assignment. This is not in each learning module. It tells when each big project is due, and if you click on the folder, it has directions, an outline, which is like a template, a PowerPoint template for your project, and then samples. So when I say a template, it really is, and I realized my things are downloading behind where I can access them. Let's just take a look and see if I can get that. I cannot get that right now. Okay, so if you click on the outline, the PowerPoint shell will pull up and it will give you the number of slides that you need and the content, the type of content for each, but they'll be blank for you to post content on. The other major assignment is the research paper. And the research paper has the directions and then an APA template here. Again, it has the formatting already in there. You might need to adjust it slightly, but some people find it helpful. And then there's some sample papers right there. And again, these are a mixture of samples of groups and individuals, as were the ones for the mini projects. So you can kind of see what individual and group ones look like. Other things that you will see here, you can access your grades here. And I think you'll see that it says, I don't have grades, but you should have your grades there. If you need tools, such as if you're going to have you want to look at announcements, you want to join a collaborate session with me, and this is just if you don't want to meet in person. I can set up a session, and I'll show you here where you and I can meet. So I can create a session, and then you would see a session scheduled here, and you click on it and enter the room where I am. And you'll see me, and I'll see you, and we'll be able to talk or type back and forth. So that's another function in the class. Again, you would access Collaborate if we need to meet. And again, if you don't want to meet in person, this is the way to do it. We can also talk by phone, that's fine. But I would schedule a session and then you would click right down here in terms of Blackboard Collaborate. Now, it does take Java, and your computer has to probably download the most recent version of Java. So give yourself some time to download that if you're going to meet with me and collaborate, because it does take a little while to download, about 10-15 minutes. Um, on this side, if you want to send other people email, you can click here and you can send other folks emails. You can do it by users or groups. You can do it to everybody. Most times you want to send emails to specific users. Next thing we have here are groups. I can set you up with a group. If you were 3 or 4 people, it doesn't have to be 4 people, it can be three, want to have a group space to work together. A lot of people prefer to use Google Docs, so it's really up to you. Here are just some Blackboard help tabs. There's the FAQ blog, which I went through before. And then here is a really neat tab. It has some library resources. This is our educational librarian, Ann Driscoll. And then she has some resources. Her special education info guide is like a one-stop shop for accessing different databases. And it's very, very helpful to know easily where to go to look for special education articles and studies. And then this here talks about the virtual reference chat. If you click here, it'll give you the hours, and basically when you go to the library website, you can chat with the librarian. And it usually goes to about 10 o'clock at night. You can ask them basic questions. They won't do your research, but it is helpful. And again, these are just some videos Anne has put up here in terms of helping you with research. She has quite a collection here, and they're very, very useful in terms of doing research here at Mason. The other links you'll see over here, I'll start with the help. This is just a basic Blackboard help. This is not something I put in there, but you can type in certain things that you're looking for, you don't know how to do, and the Blackboard will give you a tutorial on it. Other things you will see, again, these are just more Blackboard help. And then these are things that I usually use here on the bottom left. So hopefully I've given you a good overview of how the course functions. The very last video here is how to do basic library research using the online library. And that should help with your library scavenger hunt if you need help with that.